Well, we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This will be taken very short. And they're able to return this one all the way up to the 45.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. Let's respond after giving up that type of a return.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. 3-19! 3-19! Be a long day for you.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Green, 39.
To throw on second down, Murray. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A very solid gain of 27. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know they're going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Over! Now let's go! 3-19!
Looking to throw on second down. Murray. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it in without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Set! Green, 39! Green, 39! Check right. Motion.
They'll give it to him up the middle, and they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
From the 5-yard line, will this opening drive yield 6? This is third and goal. Here's Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 5-yard line.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Ready, blue 45, blue 45.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Ready, blue 45, blue 45. Try to do better. Come on, QB, come on. Check 31, check 31. Slow. Go.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Left. Slow.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Oh, fighting off the defender. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Lamb. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit and another first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tough. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Chris Jones on the stop.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
He's moving, boy.
Now he'll let it go deep left side. It got his man. Well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 39 that time.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. To the ground, this time with Jones. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. Operating from the gun. Murray drops it to Jones in the flat. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a play fake here on first down. And Thomas has it. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes...
Blitz coming and down he goes. Quan Alexander leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to sling this deep down, and this will be caught at the 30. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 44 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Mahomes now on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
A lot of receivers see the drag route as a risk-reward type of a play. The risk, going into the middle of the field where there's some big people who want to hit you. But the reward is oftentimes you get lost in coverage, running a little bit underneath. And when you catch it just right, as we just saw there, the end result can be a big, big play.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. DeAnthony Thomas, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs have tied it, and they can take the lead with the extra point. Butker now to add the extra point. The point after is good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Butker now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field.
Detroit!
Throwing on 1st down. Murray steps away to his left. Murray fighting, lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it, they do. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Mahomes now to throw. It's Hill. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hazen and the Chiefs add on to their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Butker now to kick this one away. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Forced out to his left. He's got a man, complete. Tavon Austin, he's going to go. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Tavon Austin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are within a 2-point conversion of tying us up. Point after, right down the middle. And this is now a 1-point game. So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now this time Mahomes will throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now here's Mahomes trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big gain of 39 on third. Mahomes, the first-year starter, moving the Chiefs right down the field. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
To throw, it's Mahomes. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins for the Kansas City first. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. This is Thomas. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On 3rd down, that's Thomas. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
I have to believe that if you're the team trying to block a field goal, you don't mind this weather. All right, the rain probably is going to help you because so many things can go wrong for the guys trying to kick the ball. It's as simple as maybe you just lose your footing. You kind of spin out like a tire in the snow, not getting traction, and you create a space and someone comes through.
And I think for everybody, snapper, holder, kicker, everything slows down maybe a fraction of a second. And a fraction of a second and a field goal try, that can be all the difference.
I love how you described that. Everything slows down.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now Mahomes, and Hill with it over the middle. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 77 yards. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Go.
To throw on 2nd down, Murray. And his pass incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. 3rd down here.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Set. Blue 90.
From the gun, Murray. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bucs are within a 2-point conversion of tying us up. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Lucky 56.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the 2-point conversion, and they game. And now here comes Kansas City. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
They run with Thomas. Space to maneuver at the 40. A big run there. 29 yards and a first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but There are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Here's Mahomes to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319. Switch. Hot. Watch the edge.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray. And that's incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
The Bucs on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5.
Now let's go. 319.
Operating from the gun. Murray. Buying time to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. Chris Jones able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Ready. Blue 45. Blue 45.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Now he's flooded, and the pressure gets to him again.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Here we go now. 3:19.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on 2nd down. Murray looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And that one results in 35 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun and give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level, one of the best players in the game.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
That's how you pick up a first down. You know where the sticks are. You know where the first down marker is, and you find a way to get there. That's called having vision.
He had a lot of vision last week, didn't he? NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was dominant. Back now in Tampa. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Set. Blue 90. Gun.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. A give to Jones. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it, rest of the game. And that does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tacklers.
And the defenders know it too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know what the rule is. First guy hold up the runner, everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for a fourth quarter lead. And this one is right through. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the fourth. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 18. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a night.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to make it 4th down. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Left, 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 left. Here we go now. Green, 90. Green, 90. Hey, they scared. They scared. Left, 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 left. Run up.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Run up.
On 1st down, Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Watkins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 19 on the last play, 19 more here, and another 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Green, 90. Green, 90. Coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10, and he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. On the ground, it's Thomas. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. DeAnthony Thomas with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the 4th. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Z. Here we go. 90. Green 90. Huck. My game, my game. Here I come. Z, 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 Z. Z, 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 Z.
Mahomes to throw. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth-quarter lead. Butker now to kick this one away. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But I also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10.
Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back to throw. Out to the left. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Clock running.
Over.
They'll look to throw. He's got Evans. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34. Way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tavon Austin, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do? No
panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines.
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
Back to throw. Mahomes. Caught. Kelsey, left side. Fighting down past the 45. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 36 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. To throw is Mahomes. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. Gave a glimpse of his quick feet, but not a whole lot of space down at the 30. Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. Now Mahomes drops it underneath to Thomas. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Now Thomas. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
Everyone's got four down. Hunt!
Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Were you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because you know open-air boom, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Kansas City, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the Washington Redskins. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.